This video was sent to me and its description is all about teaching young boys how to treat girls so that they turn into men who respect females on all levels. It's an interesting video, it's been put together so well, so let's get into it.
Dear Daddy, I just wanted to thank you for looking after me so well, even though I'm not yet born. I know you already try harder than Superman. You won't even let Mommy eat sushi. But I need to ask you a favor. Warning. It's about boys. Because, you see, I will be born a girl, which means that by the time I'm 14, the boys in my class will have called me a whore, a bitch, a cunt, and many other things. It's just for fun, of course. Something boys do. So you won't worry. And I understand that. Perhaps you did the same when you were young, trying to impress some of the other boys. I'm sure you didn't mean anything by it. Still, some of the people won't get the joke. And funnily enough, it isn't any of the girls. It's some of the boys. So by the time I turn 16, a couple of the boys will have snuck their hands down my pants while I'm so drunk I can't even stand straight. And although I say no, they just laugh. It's funny, right? If you saw me, Daddy, you would be so ashamed, because I'm wasted. No wonder I'm raped when I'm 21. 21 and on my way home in a taxi driven by the son of a guy you went swimming with every Wednesday. The guy who always told insulting jokes. But they were, of course, only jokes. So you laughed. Had you known that his son would end up raping me, you would have told him to get a grip. But how could you know? He was just a boy, telling weird jokes. And in any case, it wasn't your business. You were just being nice. But his son, raised on these jokes, becomes my business. Then finally, I meet Mr. Perfect. And you're so happy for me, Daddy, because he really adores me. And he's smart, with a great job, and all through the winter he goes cross-country skiing 3 times a week, just like you. But one day he stops being Mr. Perfect. And I don't know why. Wait, am I overreacting? One thing I do know, I'm not the victim type. I'm raised to be a strong and independent woman. But one night it's just all too much for him, with work and the in-laws and the wedding coming up. So he calls me a whore, just like you called a girl in middle school a whore once. Then another day, he hits me. I mean, I'm way out of line. I can really be a bitch sometimes. But we're still the world's greatest couple, and I'm so confused because I love him and I hate him, and I'm not sure if I really did do something wrong, and then one day he almost kills me. It all goes black. Even though I have a PhD, a fantastic job, I'm loved by my friends and family, I'm well brought up, and nobody saw this coming. Dear Daddy, this is the favor I want to ask. One thing always leads to another. So please stop it before it gets the chance to begin. Don't let my brothers call girls whores, because they're not. And one day some little boy might think it's true. Don't accept insulting jokes from weird guys by the pool, or even friends, because behind every joke there is always some truth. Dear Daddy, I know you will protect me from lions, tigers, guns, cars, and even sushi without even thinking about the danger to your own life. But dear Daddy, I will be born a girl. Please do everything you can so that that won't stay the greatest danger of all.
It's so good. The video's so good. I want to stop it. I wanted to stop it so many times throughout it, but I just wanted to allow it to be so that we can all watch it just from start to finish and see how powerful it is. To see how powerful it is. There's so many things in that video. First of all, it's just a fantastic concept. It's a fantastic concept. It starts with Dear Daddy. We think the woman in the car is talking to the man, but then you see that she's heavily pregnant, and and it's the voice of the unborn child. It's so good. It's filmed so well. It really hits home to all men that the jokes and the laughter and the laddish behaviour is when you're in it, when you're a teenager and you're in your early 20s and you're in it, you don't understand the effects of it. You're not aware of any of that. You're very young. You're just in it. It's just what you're around. It's what the people around you do. You do it, right? But what this video is doing so well is giving some responsibility to men who have children or who are now talking with their other friends or talking about women that they're now of an age that they can actually have a look at that and see the effects. Because if you're a man and you're talking about women in that way, any younger men or children that are boys around you, they're looking at you and they're going to copy what you're doing. It also puts and we don't want them to copy that behaviour, because what we want girls and women to be respected and not treated in an ill manner. And the thing is, which I think this video does well, is it's saying to the fathers, to the men of current times, everything you do with this subject, with your attitude towards this, has an effect, has a generational effect. Because if your son, let's take that relationship, father-son relationship as an example, if you influence your son to treat women in an ill-mannered way, or sorry, if you treat women in an ill-mannered way or speak about women in an ill-mannered way, your son is going to pick that up from you and he's going to carry that on, and most probably carry that on to the next generation. So it just becomes an intergenerational thing, and for all people, and we don't want that towards girls, do we? We don't want that towards girls. Quite recently, I put out a post saying, do you talk about girls in a way that you would hate another man to talk about your daughter? If you didn't see that post, go onto my social media and check it out. Right, there was a strong response to that question that I put out there, and I think it's a valid question. But also, actually, in the caption of that post, I wrote, "Is it a valid question? Because are groups of girls different to your daughter?" They are. But I don't think we should be respecting. We should be separating those two groups, so that speaking about girls in a way that you wouldn't want another man to speak about your daughter should be, that. Yeah. It's like all have a responsibility as adults, and we all have an incredible power to affect the next generation. We have the capability to affect the next generation. That's so incredible. We should try and do it well. This is the kind of thing that should be talked about at school. This is the kind of thing that should be talked about on adverts on the TV. That should be an advert on a TV. On a TV. On the TV. That should be an advert that's played on the TV. Why isn't it? We know the reasons why it's not, because it's not selling anything, but you know what I'm saying. There's one other area of that video that I want to talk about that is making me feel nervous about talking about, because I know it's a emotive topic. The girl in the video talks about getting wasted and boys hitting on her. That's not exactly what was said there, but that was the summary of it. In the comment section of this video, there's many comments, because this video has been watched 4 million times, and there's some comments from viewers saying about this whole thing about, well, girls shouldn't get wasted. They shouldn't get so wasted that they don't know what they're doing. Then you have the replies to those comments saying, well, that's victim blaming. Just because a girl's wasted, it doesn't mean she should be raped. Meaning somebody doing something sexual to her without her consent because she's drunk. Now, there's some heated debates going on in the comment section there, and I started reading some of them. Please go to their YouTube channel if you want to read them also. My summary of that situation is, I would love to see us educate children more about getting wasted. Just in general, boys and girls. Right? Boys and girls. The culture is get as wasted as you can. The culture is drink as much as you can, party as hard as you can. And again, some of that is coming because as adults, as parents, we do that and the children see us doing that. But of course, other parts of it is music culture and all the other cultures that are here. I'm not saying it's just that, but why is getting wasted so wasted that you don't know what you're doing become something that we promote as being fun? Because when you drink so much alcohol, you don't know what you're doing. You are in danger of all sorts of things. I remember being a young lad and getting heavily wasted. I used to get myself in all sorts of situations. Dangerous situations, confrontational situations. Why are we not? Why has it become so? Why are we not trying to get children to realise that actually that's not cool? Boys and girls. So that video is excellent. That video is something which that's the standard of that video is something that I am striving towards. It's clever, it's empowering, it's engaging, and I feel like the majority of men that are going to watch that video are going to be like, I got a part to play in this. I have got a strong part to play with this, whether that be with my daughters, whether that be with my girlfriend, whether that be with my wife, whether that be with my sisters, whether that be with my friends. Whatever interaction you have with a female, you have a strong part to play. Now, it does work the other way around as well, right? No doubt about it, right? Women should be respecting men as well. For sure, it's a two-way thing, but this video is about the side of respecting females, so that's what we're talking about on this video. Okay, so thank you so much. I'm so pleased. Thank you to the person that sent me this. I think it's brilliant. It's inspired me. I hope you've enjoyed this video, and let's just keep doing these reaction videos. They're going really, really well. Thank you.